Okay, guys. So let's discuss the different types of sourcing actual project car. Okay, so like I've said, we've got the main sites, stuff like main places like car auctions and like the likes of Copart. But then we've also got the side sort of sites, what I like to call them, which is sort of like eBay, Facebook, and Gumtree. Okay, so pros and cons of both. Okay, first of all, we'll talk about the auctions. Okay, so there's three different types of auctions. Well, three auctions that I tend to use. Okay, closest one to me is actually these guys. These are Central Car Auctions. They're based in Glasgow. Okay, this isn't a paid video or a promotional video, so please don't think it is. These guys operate near Glasgow, but obviously due to the coronavirus at the moment, these auctions aren't actually running. They tend to run 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. They're actually the cheapest fees, because once you buy a car from an auction, the hammer price will go down. So say you pay a car for £700, okay, so you've then still got fees on top. This is how the auctions make the money. So I think the fee's like 138 quid, less than £1,000, 150 something, if you've got a trade account. You then go on to likes of British car auctions. Okay, these are probably the biggest ones in the UK. You'll see a lot of traders. I've not actually logged in. A lot of traders, if you're up to like flipping cars, they tend to buy a lot from there. You'll see a lot of BCA get mentioned quite a lot on his channel. Chris over at Flipping Cars. And you've also got like some Mannheim. Not really bought many from these. I think I've bought one in the last 6 years. Just due to the actual the fees, that are actually really quite expensive. Well, I think they're quite expensive. I get quite a good deal at Central Car Auctions. I tend to buy quite a lot from there. So the pros from buying from here, okay, you are going to get somewhat of a better deal, I believe. Okay, this is all my personal opinion on these. It's not fact or anything like that. It's just what I've found when I've been buying and selling cars and been looking for projects. Right, so the auctions are a good place to go. You get to see the cars. The only issue is you don't know what the actual underlying issues is. So some of them could go through with engine management light on, and they can go through with dodgy wheel bearing. You don't know what you get in this, so you don't get to drive the car. You get to physically wander around the car, poke and push it. If you get there early enough, you don't get to drive it. You might get to sit in it, just have a little test of the clutch, things like that. But that's about as far as you go. You don't know how actually the car's going to drive. And as usual, when I'm trying to make a video, my phone's going off. Okay guys, so Copart. Let's talk about Copart. Okay, if you go on YouTube at the moment, there is a massive influx of channels doing stuff from cars from Copart. Okay, salvage rebuilds, UK garage salvage rebuilds. Chris over there, can't remember his, I've totally forgot it now. Anyway, so you've got salvage rebuilds. Oh, that's it. Salvage rebuilds, and you've also got saving salvage. You've also got cars for Paul and stuff, and I think there's one coming now with Drive. They're the sort of guys, and you also got Sparkplug Steve. They're the sort of guys I tend to watch who buy cars from the likes of Copart and stuff. What they'll do is they'll bid online, and what they'll do is, they'll basically buy the car. Different categories, which you've got to see. I'm not really going to explain all this sort of stuff. We'll do another video explaining the different sort of categories and which maybe what to buy and what not to buy. I've never bought from Copart, so I am no expert on this. It is something I've looked into, don't get me wrong. Like I've just seen a 530 BMW 530 there. That's quite interesting. Let's click on that. Is it 530? Is it 530D? It's a breaker. Anyway, so Copart. Okay, pros. Just due to the COVID-19 at the moment, you are buying if you buy from them, you are getting the car delivered to yourself, sight unseen. So you're buying it on what you can see on the internet. Now, don't get me wrong, like the pictures are pretty good. It gives you a good rundown, but you are like buying sight unseen. So you need to have a good look at these pictures on Copart. A lot of people will say that you're buying at risk, which again you are. And if you haven't got a lot of money to spend, then maybe this isn't for you initially to get started. What I tend to draw towards are the likes of Facebook and Gumtree. Now, why do I like Facebook and Gumtree so much for buying cars? Well, One, you can go and look at the cars. You can actually go and look at the cars. You can test drive the cars if the cars are running. You can go and have a good poke around the cars, and you can actually have a good, play with it. Now, you will pay slightly more, and you will probably be looking at an older car, whereas the likes of Copart, you can find yourself some good newer cars. They've got let's have a look. What have they got? 2015 one there, Fiesta. You might see that fetch about £1,200, so you are getting a good deal. But obviously then you've got to repair the car on top. But what you've got to think about is when you come to sell the car on, the going price. So let's have a look at this Fiesta for instance. Okay, so it's Cat S. Switch to its airbags deployed. It's had a good bash on the side. From the pictures, it doesn't look like the pillars are bent, so it looks good. But maybe the pillars haven't been bent, so you may get away with that. You may have to. The frame looks quite straight. But anyway, when you go to buy these cars, it says it's valued at £6,500 at retail. Okay, that's not true. Okay, you may be looking to see a return on this for a 65 plate, being a Cat S. Probably about £4,000, so it's got 52,000 miles on it. Once you've got that repaired, so you factor that in, so you're going to pay probably about £1,500, maybe £2,000 for this. Factor in repairs, maybe another £500 plus your time, plus delivery on this. You're going to be in the car for about, I would say personally, for about £3,500. So there's not a lot of profit to be made in this sort of venture, but a lot of people will say, I'm talking absolute balls. This is my personal opinion on these cars. You may see me in the future buy from Copart, and we may do a project from Copart, but just maybe not yet. But anyway, so back to Facebook and Gumtree. Okay, pros for this is you can go and actually see the car, you can drive the car, you can also go barter with the actual seller, which is my favourite part of it. So let's look, plenty of cars close to where I live. Also I've just typed in spares and repairs. This is where I tend to find a lot of good projects. But it's just my personal opinion. I also like Facebook Marketplace. I tend to find quite a lot of, if not probably 90% of the projects I've ever worked on I've bought off Facebook. A lot of the time people don't know what this sounds really bad, but a lot of the times people don't know what they've got. And once you've done a little bit of research into the car and stuff, you can find yourself some really good bargains on Facebook. But that's my personal opinion. Remember, if you're in the car in this to make money, you can, again, Facebook is a good place to look for, Gumtree is a good place to look for. But for us, we're just going to stick to Facebook and Gumtree for finding these cars. But then you've also got eBay. eBay, I'm a little bit hesitant to buy from eBay. Don't get me wrong, there are some bargains to be had. It's up for like £700, £800 at the moment. 3 hours left. There's plenty of cars out there. You've got a BMW there, 560 bits, got nearly 200,000 miles. It's what you want to work on, what you prefer. I really like BMWs. I also like a lot of Audis. But again, it's all personal opinion on what you want to work on obviously what you fancy as your project. All I'd say is try and factor in to, if set yourself a budget and don't go over that budget for repairing the car. You don't want to be into a car for, for instance, let's pick I've not looked at this previously, so I generally don't know what this is going to throw up. What can we find? So, it's summer, so let's have a look at convertibles. We'll go for car spares or repairs. Okay, so we're looking for something that's ending quite fairly soon. So we'll go best match. We'll go ending soonest. What have we got? I generally don't know what this is going to throw up. Okay, so there's a Mini there. Spares or repairs. Okay, that's based good distance away from me, but the spares are a car. It runs a bit rough. Again, so being advised, it's coil or injectors, easy fix, 105,000 miles on it, right? So this car could go probably, I would say, it's probably going for about £600-700. It's a 2006 27, so it's probably going to go quite cheap actually. This is going to be worth watching it. It's going to be worth watching this actually. So it's going to let me sign in with that one and put my details in. So this is going to be one worth watching this. So I reckon it's going to go for about £700. It is a good distance away from me. So obviously you've got to take into account obviously getting the car moved. It's worth at least £1,500 with aircon, so not take any silly offers. Car's based in Royal Leamington and Spa. So it is a good distance away from me. I'm north of the border, but you know, again, this is a viable option. So Facebook again is a viable option. So these are where I would look generally for a project. So what we'll do, break, we need to edit this bit. Okay, so this is where I'm going to look for our project. What we're going to do now is I'm going to I'll take a few hours tonight, a few hours tomorrow, and we will have a look for a project. And what we'll do is we'll come back in the next video and I'll show you the possibilities once I've made contact with the people that we sell the cars, if I can find any, for our next project. Anyway guys, please thank you for sticking around and watching the video. You've listened to me. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of car content at the moment, just because the way things are in the coronavirus. Obviously we're all still on lockdown. But anyway guys, thank you for taking the time to watch. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on this video. Please don't forget to give me the thumbs up. That massively helps me out and obviously helps build the channel. Any comment, if you disagree or agree with what you said, I would really be interested to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the videos, what you think of my choices of where to buy cars from, especially project cars. Anyway guys, thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.